Hey everybody, welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for our weekly recap of Love After Lockup. This is season 3, episode 14, and it was titled Put a Sweater On and Chill. Alright, y'all, so I forgot that this show was on. Like, completely forgot the show was on. I don't know why I thought it was like a break or something, but I was like, wait a minute, I missed something. Something is supposed to come on, and it was Love After Lockup. So I ended up just watching it now. So that's why I am like extremely late with this review. I apologize, my bad, y'all. I'm gonna do better. All right, I'm gonna do better. But this episode was, it was just kind of the newbies back because you remember they had the 4 week or 5 week break with the oldies but goodies. So now we're back with the newbies. All right, so let's just jump right into it because I'm already late, so ain't enough chatter. Let's start with Maurice and Jessica. So he is like recording himself, and he was fussing about being on parole, and he waiting for parole, waiting, and then he was like, "Boom, gotcha! Look what came through. I'm on parole, yada yada yada." So he finally got approval to go to Vegas to, be with Jessica and stuff like that, live in his house, or, well, I guess just say their house, live in their house and, live their life. So what happens is he gets like a monthly pass. So each month, I guess he checks in with his parole officer. They do, drug tests, see what's going on with him, if he's doing well or still, being a pillar to society, he will get another monthly pass and then go back to Vegas. So that's good. He's excited. He like, I can walk around here butt naked and ain't nobody gonna say nothing, because he said he was living with his mom, his cousin, his aunties, everybody during the 4 weeks that he was, in Cali or whatever. He bounced on the bed, child. Then she was just like, all right, calm down. Don't break the bed now. Come on, calm down. So he was like, babe, I'm excited. We at home, we together and stuff. He ready to screw, and she like, I got something to tell you. He was like, what? Come on, I'm ready. Bow, chicky, bow, girl. She like, no, well, let me talk to you. So she was like, look, I've been feeling a little nauseous lately, and I'm about 3 weeks late. He was like, 3 weeks? 3 weeks? What you mean 3 weeks? And then it was like, turns out he was happy. He was like, oh, we pregnant. We about to have a baby. Let's go. Let's get it. And she like, I got to take the test first. So they end up taking the test. She pregnant, so he ready to take a picture of it, post it on Instagram, or he ready to tell everybody, child, because he said like, he was real teary eyed when he was talking about missing time out with his daughter and stuff like that. So he was saying like, her having another baby or having a baby will give him a second chance to do right as a dad or whatever. So he's real excited, real teary eyed, but she like, no, we gotta go to the doctor first, make sure that we pregnant and stuff, and look, let's not tell anybody yet. And I'm like, as soon as Maurice see her family, he gonna run his mouth, because we saw how he ran his mouth telling the mom and dad that he was skipping parole. So I was like, girl, you should just waited until you went to the doctor and then told his ass, because he gonna tell everybody. But other than that, let me see, she's worried about what her parents gonna say, that she pregnant by Maurice. And I'm like, what they gonna, you 33 years old, you got married to this man while he was in jail. Y'all been married for 4 years. What can they really say? Like, girl, live your life. And if they do got something to say, whatever. He doing some like horrible ass rap and stuff, and then he talking about something he trying to work on having 2 more kids or something. I said, can we work on getting a job first and getting on parole and then raising the one y'all about to have? Like, come on now, Maurice, calm down. Calm down. For the most part, I think Maurice wants to do the right thing, so I just hope he does the right thing. He seems to be that type of guy who wants to do the right thing and does it, but I just hope he doesn't fall backwards or anything like that. So fingers crossed for him. Let's talk about Destiny and Sean. It wasn't much to talk about. They picked up where they left off the last time we saw him about 4 or 5 weeks ago, where he was getting in the car, getting ready to go off to work and stuff, and she was sitting outside looking all mad because he talked to his baby mama. He went to work. He all looking in the mirror, making sure ain't no bruise on his face. He telling Hector what went down, and Hector like, "Oh, you crazy? Why is you still with her or whatever?" And he gonna tell Hector that he finna still marry her as soon as he put a ring on it. She gonna do better and stuff. But he was just like, oh, so she need a ring to settle down and stuff. Like, why she get mad because you talking to the mother of your children? Like, come on now. He He just is stupid. But Sean, he more so, I think, worried about her skipping town and him having to pay $50,000, which I would be concerned about too. But that seemed like what his focus is on right now, because she got a week to her court date. So we gonna see what happened. She on the phone talking to her sister, and she telling her sister like, what I can't deal with is lying and cheating and all this other stuff. And he talking to his baby mom, and I don't feel like that's what he need to be doing and stuff like that. He doing wrong and yada yada yada. And I'm like, girl, you lying though. Like, you out here cheating. You about to hook up with the furniture girl. You about to hook up. Destiny, really? She just kills me because she is a whole entire liar. But yeah, she's talking about this man lying to her, and she can't put up with liars. Well, then you can't put up with yourself. I was just like, girl. And then she talking about something. She got his credit card, so she might just skip town or whatever. I said, and you gonna get locked right back up, because she not even supposed to have no credit cards or no bank cards or anything like that. Because she went to jail for what, bank fraud or something. So let her get caught with a credit card or something. She gonna go back to jail just like that. I said, Sean wants Destiny to meet Kelly so they can talk it out and stuff. But he like, if they meet, it's probably gonna be World War V or whatever. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And then he back home, he calling her name. He going all throughout the house and stuff. He calling her name, and she ain't even there. I said, you better check your bank statements, because I'm sure she has somebody at casino swiping. That girl is a hot ass mess. Lindsay and Scott. So Lindsay is annoying. She what's she like, 25 or something? She, and not saying like all 25-year-olds or 24-year-olds are annoying and stuff, but she is like real immature and real annoying. All she worried about is that house getting fixed up. She want the house to be fixed up for the baby, and not the baby, her daughter and stuff. And so she was complaining about that. She complained about the ankle monitor. She complained about. I'm like, girl, you lucky you got out of jail early, and that you or parole or house arrest or whatever. Some people not even at their houses, they still in jail. Like, come on now. But then she did realize, like, oh wow, I'm complaining too much. I am happy to be at home versus being in the prison. So I was like, good. Child, why was they in that car and Scott was chewing that gum like that? I said, what's wrong with his teeth? The way he was chewing that gum, I was just like, ew. It just looked, it was turning my stomach. Scott, something about Scott just rubs me the wrong way. But anyway, she on the phone talking to her daughter in the car and stuff, and she misses her daughter, understandably, and stuff. And she's saying like she got to be quarantined for 14 days because she just got out of the jail and she can't see her daughter until then. And then she can't really bring the daughter to the house because the house is not, up to par. So she's missing her. She's talking to her and stuff. And Scott is saying like he has a surprise for her. And then he also said that they were still arguing and whatnot. And he'd been sleeping on the couch. Ain't no sex, ain't no intimacy. That's all he seemed to be worried about, is fucking her. Like, I'm just like, come on now, Scott. Like, I don't even understand why she... Never mind, I do, because he got money. I just answered my own question. Because I'm like, girl, he not... Anyway, he came in the house. He had a couch. He had a couch and stuff, and ready for this, because I guess they've been fixing up the house and she's been quarantined, and I don't know if he's quarantined either, because we don't see him that often to say he don't ever go to work, but I don't know if he's quarantined or working from home or something like that. But she said they've been fixing up the house and stuff, so hopefully they'll get the house together in time for what's the little girl name, Molly Ray, something like that. Get the house ready for is it Grace Molly Grace, that sounds right. So hopefully they'll get it together. They barely had any furniture in there, for real, and I didn't even realize that the first time, because then he put the couch in there. The living room still like it was empty. I was like, Lord. But he had like one little scene where he was showing the tattoo that he got for his son to remember his son and stuff, and it was real cute. It had like the Audi symbol, because he brought his son to Audi. Then it had like a fist pounding because that's what they used to do, before he left out the house every day or something like that. So he had that little segment. And in the next scene, we saw the surprise was the daughter, but of course she couldn't come inside the house or be next to Lindsay. So they was talking through the screen door. So it was real cute. The daughter, she was excited to see her mom, but she, really wanted to touch her mom and stuff. And she was saying like she hopes her mom stays out of trouble and she does right. And I was like, child, that's a big responsibility for that little girl to just keep thinking that her mom gonna go back to jail because her mom can't get right. So I hope because Lindsay mom was saying Scott should be like a good influence on Lindsay and stuff. So I hope that she is, so Lindsay cannot get in trouble anymore because she's just ridiculous with it. And I think that was pretty much it for them two. Yeah, but Scott was getting on my nerves because all he kept talking about, son, was, well, because after the daughter left, he was saying in his interview, well, I gave her the surprise, so I hope she in good spirits and stuff, and I hope that we can get intimate and have sex and stuff. And I was just like, ew, like, God, he is disgusting. I mean, I guess everybody needs some sexual attention and intimacy and all that other stuff, but that seemed to be all he worried about. Like, come on now, Scott. Chevelle and Q. So Q got some issue with him, and we saw the previews, and Q was basically using Chevelle while he was in jail. Let me get to it. So he 2 weeks out of prison. Okay, she takes him to her church to talk to her pastor and stuff because her pastor works with a lot of guys who get out of prison and stuff, and I guess he helps them. I don't know what he helps them do, like see their way, get a job, maybe something like that. So he's talking to the Chevelle introduced them and stuff, and the pastor like, okay, take the baby out, go play. Me and him gonna talk. So they sit there and talk, and he asking Q like, what's your plans? Like, what's gonna go on and stuff. And he's like, he's overwhelmed. He is getting a lot of flack from the Chevelle side of the family. They coming down on him hard, and this is a lot for him to come out of prison. He said, like, in prison, the world stopped, but outside, the world just keeps going on and stuff. And he was saying, like, he got a lot of responsibility now. Like, it's Chevelle, him, but he want to focus on himself, getting himself right. All valid. Okay, you should have thought about getting yourself right before you told Chevelle you was going to marry her and do all this other stuff while you was in prison. You knew it was going to be like when you got out, what you thought that girl was going to forget. Like, come on now, Q. And then the pastor asked him, like, who was his big supporter, who was his big motivator. He said his mama. I said, oh, so you just not going to say Chevelle and Chevelle the hell? What? This girl that came up to the prison for 2 years straight seeing you, stood by your side for 2 years, I put money on your books, I'm assuming, bought like clothes for you, bought you a new truck. She didn't put you up in her house and stuff. Like, come on now. I understand you saying your mama is your biggest supporter because she been there all your life and whatnot. But you could have also said in Chevelle. I'm like, are you serious right now? You just not going to give this girl no credit for nothing that she just did for you? I was just like, So he get in the car. And the pastor was like, because the pastor picked up on it too. Like, because he was like, well, he needs to decide what he want to do with Chevelle before he gets in this deeper. He needs to figure out what he wants to do long term. So they in the car, he got like this whole attitude because she asking him like, well, what did you think about your, conversation with the pastor and stuff? He has like this whole attitude. He don't want to talk. He don't want to be bothered. He like, well, look, you need to just chill out. You just need to chill. She was like, well, I am chill. He was like, well, no, you seem like you hot or something like that. She was like, I am chill or whatever. He talking about something. Well, then put a sweater on and chill. I said, put a sweater on and chill. Who talks like who talks like that? But she said that he been acting real weird since the house party or the welcome home party or whatever. And it could be because the cousin was coming at his neck. And then who knows what other people were saying at the party. And then the family was looking at him all like strange and, trying to figure him out and stuff. So he is just like, leave me alone. Don't talk to me. I'm a quiet person. And she was like, well, that ain't what you said in prison. You said you was outgoing. And she like, this morning you ain't say good morning to me. He was like, it was 7 o'clock in the morning. We was getting ready to leave and stuff. Okay, you can't say good morning. even I moan out of like I be tired too. But your partner saying good morning, like do something like a thumbs up, a yay, babe, something. Do something. She was like, it was 7:00 in the morning in prison, and you was calling me up and texting me talking about something good morning, but you can't do it in person. So I was like, I was feeling what she was saying. Don't switch shit up because you out of prison. Like, we supposed to be building and getting all this on. You talked all this rah good shit up in jail, and you come out of jail and you ain't talking the same stuff. I was just like, I think he trying to pick a fight with her so they can break up and he can move on about his business, because he really seemed like he want to move to Texas. C was out there in Texas with his family. His mom is pressuring him to go out there in Texas. And all he got in, where he at right now? Wherever they at right now, all he got is Kansas. They in Kansas. In Kansas, all he got is Chevelle and her daughter and her family. And her family is not all the way on board with Q. So I think he going to just self-sabotage, screw it all up so she can be like deuces. But Chevelle look like she ain't that type. She look like she gonna hang around. Okay. What y'all think about that? Shonda and Tyrese, child, this thing was so stupid. First of all, Tyrese dumb. Basically Shonda played the fuck out of Tyrese. Okay. He calling her, he texting her, he doing all this stuff. She ain't answering the phone. He hasn't spoken to her since he dropped her off at the bus station and she was getting on the bus, and that was 2 months ago. His daughter come over with her bird wings on her face, and she like, well, what's going on? Have you heard from her? And he like, no, I ain't hear from her. She like, oh, well, I think she ghosted you. She played you and stuff. How much money you was giving her? He was like, I wasn't even giving her no money in jail. I was giving her about $10, $15. I'm like, Tyrese, you know you lying because you peeled off $200 at the bus station like that. So I know he peeled off some money on her commissary. Like, come on now. She would not have met that man in person if he did not peel off a bunch of money in her commissary. So he lying. And her daughter know he lying, but he don't want to look like he played, talking about something. Oh no, something might be wrong. She might have got locked back up or something. I don't think that she stopped talking to me or she played me or nothing like that. I've got in my gut, I feel like she waiting for me, or I'm gonna just have to keep calling her and see what's going. I said, boy, if you don't let it go, she played you, boo. She played you. And then last but not least, Dylan and Heather. I'm about to call this man Dylan. Dylan. That's how I read it on my paper. I'm sorry. Dylan and Heather. So Heather crazy, y'all. Heather is crazy. Okay. He out, or whatever. They driving. It's like an hour since he got out of prison. She driving and stuff. And she like, well, what you want to get into? He was like, well, I want to get into the DMV, get my license and stuff. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah. And he was like, he want to treat her like a queen because for the last 5 years, she's been holding him down. So he wants to be her protection, be her protector, be her king, and all this other stuff, make her feel like a queen, yada, yada, yada. So he's saying all this in his interview and stuff, and he was saying like he also has to be evaluated for drugs, do random drug testing, see his parole officer once a month. The parole officer might pop up at any time. They don't even know when he might pop up because he has like an extensive history with drugs, so they want to make sure he's still doing okay. So she doesn't have her apartment. The apartment she had got flooded 2 weeks prior, so she's been staying with her aunt Diane, and her aunt Diane said that she can come in there with Dylan and they can live in there or whatever. So he's so excited and yada yada yada. They get to the house. Aunt Diane is an older lady. Her other aunt was there too, but Aunt Diane, she look like she got some clotting issues or something because she got bruises all on her, so she must be on like some blood thinner or something like that. Then she got oxygen, so she might got a little COPD. Something going on, but Aunt Diane is real feisty. I like her. She was sassy and she was like letting Heather ass know, okay? So they introducing them and stuff, and Aunt Diane like, ooh, you was a cutie and stuff. And the other aunt was like, you better watch her. She like younger men. So they just playing or whatever. Heather getting all of her feelings and whatnot. So she like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. This Heather, she gonna go to the bathroom. So Dylan is out there in the living room talking to the aunts. They talking to him. This their first time meeting him and stuff. They trying to figure, get to know him and showing him pictures of Heather and the family and stuff. Heather in the back listening to what they talking about. So I think the aunt was like, you better not let Heather hear that. She a little jealous and stuff. And so Aunt Diane was like, well, she just gonna have to get over it. She gonna have to get over it and stuff. So Dylan just laughing, he's just eating it up and stuff. Child, Heather come out there talking about something. She don't feel good and she need to lay down and stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, well then lay your ass down. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe this cold for a babe, come on in here, lay down with me or something like that. Like, I want to lay down. Because she was already saying like, how, she was a hot pocket. She wanted to get some Bowchicky Wow Wow on. But she can't do that with Aunt Diane all up in the kitchen and stuff. She can't orgasm. I said, girl, you better bite a pillow or something and get it in. But I guess she want to be loud and, whatever. So I'm thinking she come out there and that's like code for let's get in there and get some, hanky panky on. But no, she was in her feelings because Dylan was out there talking to the aunties and not paying her no attention. But I'm like, you had to go to the bathroom. So was he going to sit out there and just be quiet and not talk to the aunts? But whatever. He like, well, okay, babe, I want to lay down with you. I want to go with you or whatever. She like, no, I don't feel good. I'm going to go lay down. So he was like, well, I want to go and, I want to lay down with you. Child, they at the bedroom door, she arguing and stuff, and Aunt Diane in the living room like, here she go with that bullshit, here she go. Like, I'm not finna be aggravated by her. And the other aunt was like, you shouldn't have to. She was like, because I'm not going in the hospital for her foolishness. Here she go doing the most or whatever. So she in the back, and then she fussing and all this other stuff. She ready to go. She like, I can't be here, you out there doing all this stuff with them. Like, can I get some attention? And I'm thinking, girl, all you had to do is say, babe, can we go chill outside? I know you just got here and stuff. Let me just steal you away for a little bit. Let me get to, be with you for a while or whatever. But no, she don't say all this. She said she wanted to lay down because she didn't feel good. So, like, come on now. So she like, all I wanted was some time with my husband. Can I get some time with my husband or whatever? And I thought... Why Aunt Diane, while they was arguing, came in there with a picture talking about something. Well, we're waiting for you out there in the living room, Dylan. Look at the... I was like, Aunt Diane don't give two shits. She gangster. She like, bitch, I don't care about you. I was cracking up. But anyway, they leave out. So Dylan is like, he real polite. Like, thank you, for letting us stay here. We gonna go out for a little bit, see the town a little bit, maybe come back today. I mean, later on today, tomorrow, the next day, I'm not sure. But we'll be back, and I just want to thank you for your hospitality and stuff. And she was like, no problem, no worries or whatever. You're fine. And what about the parole? He was like, well, don't worry about it. It's okay. So then he out there in the car packing it up, and he like, look, I just got out of jail. If I'm not here when the parole officer is here, because typically they like to show up on the first day. And that's his address to be paroled at. So he like, I just got out of jail. If I'm not here when he comes here, I'm going to get in trouble or whatever like this. And I cannot go back to jail. But Heather don't care. Heather seemed like she was washing. I think she was washing dishes or something. And Diane was like, look, that's a good man out there. He's a nice guy and he got his shit together. You need to get your shit together and stop being so jealous. Jealous? Oh, you calling me jealous? Like, she going off, child. Going off. She end up leaving out the house. Aunt Diane and banged on the table, screamed at her ass. It was like, look, I'm not putting up with this shit. And Heather then ran out in the car. She like, I'm done with this shit. She gonna scream at me and stuff. And then she drove off. And then that was it. I was like, Lord have mercy. This girl is crazy. And from the previews, y'all, I'm like, Dylan better run. He ain't even give her none yet, and she acting crazy. Child, just imagine if he put it on a good. Woo! Y'all let me know what y'all felt about this episode on Friday. Okay, again, I do apologize for being late. Y'all let me know what y'all felt about this episode. If y'all like this review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my channel, but you're watching this review and the other ones I do. And go ahead and hit that notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. All right, y'all. I'm going to have my weekly rambling up tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. Power is on vacay until December, so it won't be any power, but I will have my weekly rambling posted up tomorrow. So check that out if you wish. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.